Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Jade, and welcome to Yogi Space. Today, we're going to do a full body stretch. It'll be about 20 minutes, and it's something that you can do after a full workout. Maybe you were lifting at the gym, maybe you just came back from a run. Whatever it is that your sport of choice is, this can be your little cool down. So, whenever you're ready, we're going to get started in a seated position at the back of our mat. So go ahead and meet me there. When you get there, if you can be on your knees, this is a great way for us to stretch out the bottom of our feet because we're going to tuck our toes here. If you can't be on your knees, that's okay. You can just skip this part. You'll still get to stretch out the bottom of your feet if you do down dog. So whatever is most comfortable for you, you can also be in a nice, easy cross-leg position, whatever feels good to you. So once you've found your seat, if you are on your knees, again, go ahead and tuck your toes under so that you stretch out the bottom of your feet. Palms can come down onto your thighs and just breathe here because it's going to get a little bit uncomfortable. We're only going to be here for about a minute and just start to focus on your breath. Start to bring down that cortisol level by taking an inhale. Nice long exhale out the mouth. Sigh it out. Beautiful. Two more. Inhale. Nice long exhale. Beautiful. Last one. Inhale. Nice long exhale. Sigh it out. Beautiful. Bring the hands down. Undo the toes and just tap out your feet. Perfect. Sit back down. Once you're there, you're just going to start to roll your shoulders back. Go about 3 or 4 times backwards. When you're ready, switch the direction, go forward. About the same amount, 3 or 4 times. When you're ready on your next inhale, pull the shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale to pull the shoulders down and away from the ears. Perfect. Inhale to reach the arms up as you look up. On your exhale, the right hand is going to come down. Reach up and over with the left, getting a side stretch here. Go as far as you'd like, as far as you need. Inhale, bring it back to center, both hands up. Exhale to take it over to the other side. Reach up and over again. Nice side stretch here. Breathe. On your inhale, reach both arms up, back to center. Exhale, open the arms out wide. Bring them back behind you. Interlace the fingers. Press the palms together. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Really open up through the front side of the body here. If you'd like, you can look up towards the sky. Open through your heart and throat chakras. Deep inhale here. On your exhale, slowly release. Bring the hands in front of you. Interlace the fingers. Roll the roll the shoulders forward. Round the back. Tuck your chin. Nice counter stretch in between the shoulder blades. Maybe take a wiggle side to side if that feels good. Beautiful. Nice deep inhale here. On your exhale, release the hands. Bring them all the way down onto the mat. Lift the hips, come into your tabletop on your hands and knees. When you get there, you're just going to wiggle it out a little bit. Just feel where your body needs some movement, needs some opening. We're going to take it through some cat-cows. When you're ready, on your inhale, you're going to arch your back. Send your tailbone up. Look up and press the shoulders away from the ears. Opening up through the front side of the body as you exhale, round the back. Tuck your chin, tuck the tailbone under, and push the mat away from you with your hands. 2 more. Inhale as you arch the back. Look up. Exhale, round. Tucking the chin. Last one. Inhale, arch the back. Send the tailbone up. Exhale, round. Tuck the tailbone under. Beautiful. Bring it back to a neutral spine in your tabletop. We're going to stretch out through the wrists here. So you're just going to make nice big circles. Going in one direction. 3 or 4 times, and then when you're ready, you can switch the direction, go 3 or 4 times in that direction. Breathe. When you're ready, come back to center. You're going to turn your fingertips back towards your thighs. Both of them go back so that the eye of your elbow points forward. This guy here, it's pointing forward. You're just stretching out through the forearms, through the wrists. Maybe if you'd like, you can also make some tiny circles here. If you're flexible, you can make big circles, whatever you'd like. Go in both directions so you get every nook and cranny of those muscles. Perfect. When you're ready, you're going to bring the tops of your hands down onto the mat. If you need to, you might have to walk your knees a little bit forward because this one gets just a little bit intense. Again, eye of the elbow pointing forward, tops of the hands are down on the mat. And again, here you can make little circles here. 3 in one direction, 3 in the other direction. And then when you're ready, go ahead and release the hands, maybe roll them out, sit back on the heels, roll them out one direction, roll them out the other direction. Perfect. Nice. Come back onto the hands, into your tabletop pose. If you need to, you might need to scoot back because we're going to go into extended puppy pose to get our shoulders, to get our back, our upper abs. So the trick here is in your tabletop, you're going to keep your hips directly over your knees. Slowly start to walk the hands forward as you press your chest down towards the mat. Now, 2 options here. If your neck is a little stiff, you can just gently place your forehead down onto the mat. If your neck does feel good, then you're going to place your chin down on the mat as you still press the chest towards the mat as well. Extended puppy pose. It's a little bit intense here, but that's okay. Breathe. Really using that long exhale to keep the cortisol levels down. One more full breath. On your next inhale, you're going to bend the elbows and slowly shift forward, bringing your chest in between your arms, lowering the hips all the way down, coming into your Sphinx pose. If you need to, you can just adjust so it feels good for you. Press the tops of the feet down into the mat. Pull the mat back with your forearms. Open up through the chest here. You can look up at the sky. Nice. Breathe. One more inhale. On your exhale, you're going to open your elbows out wide. Lower the chest all the way down onto the mat. Bring the hands underneath your shoulders and then press yourself all the way back into your child's pose. Perfect. Taking a full breath here. On your next inhale, lift the head and chest, come onto the fingertips. Walk over to the right side. Left hand can go on top of the right. Exhale to lower the head down, getting another side stretch here. Might feel a little bit higher up, closer to your lats. One more full breath here. On your next inhale, lift the head and chest, walk it all the way through center over to the other side. Your right hand can go on top of the left. Exhale, lower the head down. One more full breath on this side. On your next inhale, lift the head and chest, walk it back to center. Exhale, back into your child's pose. Perfect. Inhale, slide the hands back until they're underneath your shoulders. Exhale to press into the hands, lifting the head and chest back into your hero's pose on your knees. We're going to take it to the neck now. Gently start to roll the head side to side. Opening up here. We kind of open the neck a little bit in our extended puppy pose, so let's just open it up a little bit more. When you're ready, start to take it into full circles, getting the front side of your neck. Every single little nook and cranny there. Take it in one direction and the other direction. Beautiful. When you're ready, bring the right ear over to the right shoulder. Stretch out through the left side of your neck. You can stay here if you feel it. If you need more, the right hand can come on top of your head and gently pull. Deep inhale. Exhale, be gentle here. On your next inhale, slowly release. Exhale, take it over to the other side, left ear to the left shoulder. Stretching out through the right side of the neck. You can stay just like this. If you need more, left hand can come on top of the head and gently pull. Breathe through it. One more full breath here. On your next inhale, slowly release. Exhale, bring it back to center. Beautiful. Rock the head side to side. Open it up. Perfect. Beautiful. When you're ready, bring the hands back down onto the mat, back into your tabletop pose on your hands and knees. Let's take it into a quick down dog here just to get the calves. You're going to tuck the toes, press the hips back towards the heels, lift the kneecaps and press your chest into your thighs. Hold here for a second. I know sometimes that we just want to roll straight into down dog, but you can really feel that stretch in your calves right here. Take a full breath. As you inhale, start to straighten out the knees, lift the hips up. Come high onto the tippy toes and exhale, lower the heels down as far as they'll go, and then just pedal it out here. Really feel those calves opening up. If you'd like, you can bend deeply into the right knee, really press the left heel down, opening up through that left calf. Maybe put a slight bend in the left knee, and you'll start to feel it a little bit lower on the calf, more in your soleus rather than in the meat of your calf. Keep pressing the chest back towards the thighs. One more full breath here for the left side. And then on your exhale, slowly release. Take it to the other side. Press that right heel down, bend deeply into the left knee. Again, pressing the chest back towards the thighs, maybe a slight bend in the knee to get into the soleus. Perfect. Really stretching it out here, moving it around how you think. Perfect. Full breath. On your inhale, straighten out both knees. On your exhale, bend the knees. Bring them all the way down onto the mat. Come back into your tabletop on your hands and knees. When you're ready, you're going to lift up that right leg. Bottom of the foot is pointing straight up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bend the knee, bring it into your chest, round the back and push the mat away from you. Once you feel comfortable, you're going to place your foot in between your hands, maybe walk it forward a little bit and just start to bend into that knee. Inhale as you straighten the leg. Exhale, bend into it. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend in. Inhale, straighten. Exhale as you bend in. Perfect. Fingertips interlace. Bring them onto the right thigh. Sink into that low lunge. You're opening up through this left hip flexor. You're stretching out through the glute, maybe even a little bit in the lower back. When you're ready, take that right hand onto the right hip. Inhale to reach the left arm up. Exhale, reach over. Another side stretch here, but you're really opening up. Press the hips forward. You can allow a little bit of an arch in the back, but just make sure that you're keeping the core strong. Take an inhale. Exhale, sink in just a little bit more. Inhale, bring it back to center, both hands up. Exhale, open the arms out wide and bring them to either side of the front foot. Perfect. You're going to heel toe that foot over towards the right edge of your mat. Your right foot is at a diagonal. You can place both hands to the inside of that right foot. And you can stay here. You can kind of go side to side. You can maybe tuck your back toe, lift the back knee, and go forward and back. Maybe that feels good. Breathe. If you'd like, you can take a more static stretch here. Roll onto the outer edge of your right foot. Press that knee away from you. Maybe come down onto the forearms. Opening up through the hips here. Squeeze the left glute. If you want a little more, you can take the right hand, press your right knee away from you. And if you'd like a little quad stretch, maybe you want to come onto the hand, maybe you want to stay on the forearm, reach back and grab onto that left foot. Opening up here in your lizard. One more full breath wherever you are. On your next exhale, slowly release the back foot if you have it. Wherever you are, bring the hands back down onto the mat. Place that right foot down, and then you're just going to lift up that right foot and bring the knees together back into your tabletop pose. And then we're going to take it to the other side, lifting the left leg, bottom of the foot straight up towards the ceiling. Inhale. As you exhale, bend the knee. Bring it into your chest, round the back, press the mat away from you, and then step that foot in between your hands. Maybe crawl it forward if you need to, and then press the hips forward. Open up through the chest. Perfect. Take a full breath here. Really bending into it. Inhale as you straighten, maybe lift the toes. Exhale, bend in. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend in. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend into it. Perfect. Interlace the fingers, bring them onto your left thigh, press forward. Beautiful. Maybe squeeze that right glute so you really open up the right hip flexor. Breathe. Inhale as you reach the right arm up. Exhale, reach over. Left hand is on your left hip. Beautiful. One more full breath here. Inhale, bring it back to center, both hands up. Exhale, open the arms out wide, bring them to either side of the front foot. You're going to walk the left foot to the left edge of the mat. It's at a diagonal here. Both hands are to the inside of that foot. Now, you can stay here and kind of go side to side, forward and back. Maybe you want a little more. You can tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, side to side, forward and back if that feels good. If you want something more static, keep the back knee down and untuck the back toes. Roll onto the outer edge of your left foot. You can stay on your hands here. This is the pose. This is your lizard. If you want to go deeper, you can come down onto the forearms. Maybe take the left hand, press your left knee away from you. Still pressing the hips forward, keeping the chest open. Squeeze that right glute. If you want, you can take a quad stretch here. Left arm goes all the way back. Grab onto your right foot. Again, pressing the hips forward, keeping the front side nice and open. Take an inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. As you exhale, wherever you are, slowly release. Bring the hands back down onto the mat. You're going to roll back onto the bottom of that left foot and then pick up the left foot, bring the knees together back into your tabletop pose. When you get there, go ahead and release, come into your hero's pose, and then roll the wrists out here. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, you're just going to sit off to one side, swing the legs forward, come to the top of your mat. We'll stretch out the hamstrings a little bit more here. Take an inhale as you reach the arms up. Exhale as you reach forward, grabbing onto your toes, your feet, your ankles, your calves, whatever you can get a hold of. Breathe here. If it's not very comfortable with the knees completely straight, you can always put a slight bend in your knees so that you can fold just a little bit more. Really feel the stretch in your hamstrings rather than just the nerve pain. Sometimes people will feel mostly nerve pain in a hamstring stretch. If you're feeling like that's the case, then just put a bend in your knees. That's totally okay. Breathe here. One more full breath here. On your next inhale, slowly roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Pull the shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale, pull the shoulders down and away from the ears. Nice. Inhale as you reach the arms up. Look up on your exhale, round the back. Tuck the tailbone under, tuck your chin. Slowly start to roll it down one vertebrae at a time. Keep the heels connected to the mat as you roll down. Nice and slow. Slowly lay the head down, reach the arms back behind you, toes in opposite directions, stretch it out here. Should feel very nice. Deep inhale. As you exhale, bring the knees all the way up into your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug, rock from side to side. Roll around in a circle, massage the lower back. Beautiful. Just to make sure we get that piriformis, bring the feet flat onto the earth. Left ankle goes on top of the right knee. Press that left knee away from you. Grab onto the backs of your hamstrings or onto your shin. Keep the left foot flexed here. Nice little piriformis stretch. Breathe. Make sure that your neck and your shoulders are nice and relaxed. You can make circles through your right ankle if you'd like. Whatever feels good to you. One more full breath here for that piriformis in your reclining pigeon. And on your next exhale, go ahead and release. Right foot comes down onto the mat, followed by the left foot. Both knees are bent. Bring the right ankle on top of your left knee. Press that right knee away from you. You can stay just like this, or grab onto your hamstring, or grab on to your shin. Right foot stays nice and flexed. Breathe here. Neck and shoulders are relaxed. You can roll it through the left ankle. Breathe. Take one more full breath here for the piriformis, for your reclining pigeon. And on your next exhale, slowly release. Bring the left foot down, followed by the right. Perfect. Stretch out the legs again. Reach the arms back behind you. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the knees back into your chest. Give yourself another big hug. Perfect. Both hands to the right knee. Extend the left leg out. Inhale to pull that right knee towards the right shoulder. On your exhale, grab onto the outside of the knee with the left hand. Right arm goes out into a T. Drop over into your supine twist. Look out over the right fingertips. Stretching out through the low back here. Breathe. One more full breath. On your next inhale, pull that knee all the way back into your chest at center. Perfect. Exhale, hold here. You're going to grab onto your ankle with the right hand. If you can't get to your ankle without bending your knee, then just grab onto your calf. Grab onto something that feels good. You're just going to open it up towards the right side and stretch out the inner side of your hamstring here. You can place the left hand onto your left hip to make sure that it stays down on the mat. Just getting one more spot here. One more full breath here. And then when you're ready, go ahead, bring it all the way back to center. Knee comes into your chest. Bring the left knee in to meet it. Both hands to the left knee. Extend the right leg out, resting. Inhale, pull that left knee towards the left shoulder. Exhale, grab onto the outside of the knee with the right hand, left arm out into a T. Drop over to the right side. Look out over the left fingertips. Breathe. Make sure you keep the left shoulder connected to the mat. One more full breath on this side. On your next inhale, pull that left knee back into your chest. Perfect. Exhale, grab onto the ankle, the calf, the foot, the toes, whatever you want. Right hand on the right hip, and then drop over to the left side. Avoid your plants. Breathe here, getting the inner thigh, the groin. One more full breath on this side. On your next exhale, slowly bring it all the way back to center, bending the knee, grabbing onto it. Bring the right knee in to meet it. Give yourself another big hug. Take a full breath. Maybe you'd like a happy baby. You can grab onto the outsides of the feet, drop the knees into the armpits, rock from side to side, stretch it out. One more time through the hamstrings, whatever you'd like. Bottoms of the feet together, knees wide, whatever feels good to you. And then whenever you're ready, slowly release whichever pose you decided to do last, and then lay the legs all the way down onto the mat outstretched. Bring the arms down by your sides with the palms facing up and surrender. And drop into your last pose of the day, your Shavasana, your meditation. Taking this time to focus on just one thing. It can be your breath. It can be an intention that you set. You can just listen to some music. Whatever it is, just take this time to focus. slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, rotating through the ankles and the wrists, inviting movement back into the body. You can reach your arms back behind you and your toes in opposite direction. Wake yourself up from a deep sleep. When you're ready, you can roll onto your favorite side, coming into the fetal position and using your bicep as a pillow. And then slowly lift yourself up, bringing yourself into an easy cross-legged position at the top of your mat. You can bring the palms of the hands together at your heart center and slightly bow the chin in, and take the time to thank yourself for coming onto your mats today and cultivating the health of your body and your mind. The light in me sees and respects the light in each of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here, yogis. I hope you feel nice and stretched out. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like, subscribe, and share with your friends if you feel compelled. But I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you.